Hey, there we are.
Welcome, everyone, to the Chasta and Huey podcast. It's like hanging out with your childhood buddies at a dive bar having a beer together. Through your headphones. Or better yet, they're like a security blanket. Maybe a little itchy, but still warm and cozy. It's time for the show. Here's Chasta and Huey. Cheers.
Hey, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, big ears. What are we drinking today? That better be Liquid Death or you're in trouble. What is it?
You're
in trouble, aren't you? Is that a monster? What is it? Damn it, Huey. Damn it.
Honestly, I went to the fridge because, I don't like doing a podcast without something to drink near me just because versus the radio where you have songs and commercials, and you're talking no more than 30 seconds to a minute per break, unless you do something real, a speed break. So for us, we're talking nonstop for a half an hour. And so my voice can get dry. So my throat can get dry. So yes, I want some water.
That has nothing to do with
or something to drink. So
water.
okay. So anyway, I went to the fridge and I was like, okay, let me grab a Waterloo or something. I am out of Waterloo or bubbly or all these alternative drinks I have in my fridge. I have nothing there. All I have is just a Monster.
You have water. You have water in
and
your
there's
house.
a beer. There's a beer.
I would have preferred the beer, honestly.
Is it okay to have beer right now? It's almost lunchtime.
Yeah, obviously. They say it's 5:00 somewhere. And see, Michaela's on your team. I found a Red Bull Winter Editions in Ardmore yesterday, and I bought them all. Michaela, what is wrong with you? Do you guys you have a death wish? Is this what we want? We want to die from a heart attack from a damn... It's okay, Huey. No judgment. I will judge. I'm judging both of you.
If they want to sponsor this podcast, they're more than welcome to.
Yeah,
I love Monster.
I'm sure after that rant, they definitely will. I've never actually had Monster. Okay, so
so you don't even know what you're missing out on.
Because I don't want to, because I don't want to have a heart attack.
Because you're scared.
I am scared.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it so much.
I used to drink Red Bull every single morning when I was in my 20s. We're all gonna die. Anyways, Michaela, you sound just like your grandmother. Her grandma, my mom, Rooney, always says, you gotta die of something. No. We're trying to live our longest, best lives.
Mentality.
People. All the people I love. That's just terrible. My mom's gonna die of Cheetos and cheese. That woman eats so awful. Oh my God.
So that was the thing. I went to the fridge. I'm like, crap. I'm staring at the fridge, and it's like, okay, I need to go to the grocery store today. I'm actually thinking about going to Costco later. So
let me ask you this. Hold on, I'm gonna cut you off. Hold on. Do you have some sort of water apparatus in your house?
Like a glass?
Yeah, some way to drink water. You could get it out of the tap, but okay, if you don't want tap water, do you have it out of the fridge, or do you have
at the fridge we got got a little
right, so you don't have an excuse. That's what you're telling me. You don't
I do have
an excuse.
And I have those drops you could put in that put color in your water and a little flavor.
Sugar? You mean sugar?
Is that what they're called? It's those IOs, things like Safeway or whatever. You spray you squirt it. And it's like a little squirt into your glass,
chemicals and sugar. Those are the words you're looking for.
But it makes some awesome flavor in my glass, in my water.
So does a lemon. Just take a lemon that grows on a tree and just squeeze it into your water.
Okay, so now I gotta go to the store, buy lemons, cut them.
You were gonna go to the store to buy more Waterloo anyway, so just get some lemons. See, Thomas. Water is so good. Thank you, Thomas. Finally, somebody on my team.
I do have liquid ivy as well in the cabinet.
Sugar. Also just sugar.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Wait, what did Melissa say? I'm on my fourth cup. Okay,
I only have two.
I've had 2 coffees today, which is why I'm a little sassy. So team water, Thomas. Team water. Yes. It's sugar free. No, if they say it's sugar free, it's got bullshit chemicals in it. There's none of that stuff is good. If you
I'll go grab it and you can look at it.
Go grab it. If you want electrolytes in your water, I'm going to go on my spiel now. Add some really good salt, like a Himalayan sea salt or something like that. You can have a little bit of salty water, which is really yummy. And actually, Michaela, I have a feeling you would like that because you like salty things like pickles. Hi, Dan. Dan DeLay, I have a question for you, sir. Do you like water? Are you on team water? Because I need more people on the health train to get these other people off this damn chemically sugary crap that they like to put in their body. I'm doing everybody a favor. I'm just trying to keep you guys alive forever. I get sick from anything sugar-free migraines.
Slamming doors in my
because of the
house.
chemicals. It's because of all the crap. Any of that stuff is just terrible for you.
All right. So I have Liquid IV here.
Okay, perfect.
And Mio.
Okay.
They're called Mios. These things.
Oh, Mios. That's what Dan is saying. Mios. Yes. Yeah. What kind of crap is in that? Can you pronounce everything in that? Putting him on the spot. Look at you looking like an old man.
It's so small. Okay.
That's what she said. Okay. Okay.
Water.
Okay. That's a good start.
Critic acid, sodium
Citric
citrate.
acid. Uh-huh.
Citric acid, sodium citrate.
Yes.
Gum Arabic?
Arabic. Gum Arabic? I don't know. I can't see what it is.
Arabic,
Spell it.
gum Arabic. Sucrose, sweetener. Contains less than
sugar.
2% of natural flavor.
Yeah, that's not good. It means the rest of it is shit chemical.
It's the top 1%. What? Flavor, sucrose, acetate, asabuta rate.
I see. If you can't pronounce it, we're done here. Dan has got it right. Element additive is a very good hydration additive for water. That is true. Element is a healthy choice. Good job, Dan DeLay.
Element? What's that? What is that?
That's a brand. It's a brand.
I thought
Element.
it said at first at TMT. I was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Good God Almighty. Yeah, Element. They have actually. Are they sold? They are sold, I think, in other places than just their website. But yeah,
but that's the thing. So I could put these in like a pint of glass with water, but I was worried about putting it here and then don't have a lid on it. So I like my good training at work from the engineers don't have open liquids by your equipment. So I was worried about I don't want to spill it. So at least this is easier to
call
drink
the
out.
lid. You could still spill that. All your excuses, by the way, are total bullshit. I could like combat every single excuse you have with something like, for the instance, a lid on a cup. That will stop all of your problems. You know what you're getting for your next birthday? I'm going to get you a big Stanley mug that only is for water, and you're going to fill it with Monster Energy drink.
A Stanley, man, we're a Yeti family here in this house.
Oh, you're a Yeti. Oh, you're a Yeti family.
Oh, just because I remember the Metallica thing, the whiskey drinker, that was Yeti.
The black and whiskey. I have that same one.
So that's why I just think of Yeti. Like everyone's like, oh, Stanley. And then someone said, what about Yeti? Yetis are good. And I was like, I have a Yeti. So
yeah, yes, you do. Okay, Dan asked a good question. Or he makes me think of a good question. He said, if I'm on a team, I'm team Mountain Dew. All right, let's play this game.
Ooh.
What's the most unhealthy bullshit you eat or drink besides Monster? Because we've clearly established that.
Wait, eat or drink? Okay, with drinks, like I don't drink a lot of soda now. I am pretty good about that.
Except Monster.
Well, yeah,
Energy
I do supplement it with Monsters. But yes, I do try to drink Waterloo, bubbly, those type of sparkling type waters, soda replacements, substitutes.
Okay, that's good. That's all. That's really great stuff. I like Mountain Dew. It jacks you up. I have no idea what Mountain Dew tastes like. I haven't had a Mountain Dew since I was a little kid.
It's it's more sweeter than like 7-Up, or, and like yellow.
Is it more lemony and limey than Sprite? I've had a Sprite recently. Just like Sprite.
I'm just trying to think of an example of it. I mean, because now Mountain Dew has so many flavors. I remember back in the day, like as a kid in the 90s, like we were all afraid to drink Mountain Dew as kids because there was like a conspiracy theory that because that one little chemical in there, it would like was it like, oh, what was it like?
I don't know what was in that.
You couldn't get a boner or something, or you couldn't have kids. Like Mountain Dew conspiracy. Hold on.
Okay, now we're into conspiracies. In less than 10 minutes, we made it into conspiracies. Yes, I'm all over this.
God, what was it? It was something 5. It was some.
Hey, Dan DeLay, he said he's tight with one of the owners of Element. Hey, buddy, if you want to get them to be a sponsor on this show, knock yourself out. We'll give you a cool 15%. Make it happen, Dan. Make it happen.
God, what was that? For anyone listening right now, Mountain Dew, there was something number 5 in Mountain Dew, and if kids were afraid to drink it because it's conspiracy.
Yeah, because it's a cancer-causing chemical.
Oh,
Are you talking about red dye 40 or
no?
One of those, like.
Let me say Mountain Dew, no boner. Let me just type.
Okay, wow, your Google history is something to be.
Hey, it's my home computer. I don't care at this point. Yellow number 5. Yeah, yellow number 5. Wait, is that it? Hold on.
Yeah, yellow number 5, and there's red number 5 too. That's in all kinds of shit. That's in every candy, every colored candy that you
But
eat.
like, wasn't there like a rumor if you drink yellow 5, there was a conspiracy or that
That's
you drink
not a conspiracy.
you couldn't like reduce your sperm count or something. That's what it was. I think. Hold on, let me. Okay, I just typed it in. Does Mountain Dew kill sperm? The truth about yellow dye number 5. Yes, I think that was like as a kid in the early 90s, we were all afraid to drink Mountain Dew because someone said it was going to kill your sperm.
Why were kids in the 90s thinking about their sperm count? Is what I want to know. This just got weird fast.
It's the 90s. It's the 90s. A different time, man. Pre-social media, like we didn't have Twitter or Instagram. People just spread false rumors and news. It was just word of mouth. At least
so you just spread your false rumors word of mouth at the lockers. Okay. All right. I got it. Yeah. Well, I can tell you this. All of those red dye 40s, yellow number 5, red number 5, they're all carcinogens. So they'll cause cancer. That's a big problem. So you're pretty sure yellow number 5 is also in Monster. Why don't you take a peek at your Monster can there and see what I love that Thomas is on here. Thomas is he's on my side. He's my man.
Side note, I texted you this earlier, but I went to the post office last night, and right outside, right when you come out of the post office, there's like the old newspaper stands, like the old school, you know, you put a quarter in, you pull a newspaper out machine, and they're all beat up and has like graffiti all over it. But I noticed one of them had a little extra vandalism on there.
Do you have an asset? Do you have a photo that you?
Yes, I have proof. And Thomas, I would think you would know who's the potential culprit of this.
Look at that. That is reckless behavior. That's aggressive, reckless behavior.
I'm not Sherlock Holmes here, but, you know, doing a little detective work, I was like, okay, how's the State Line Empire sticker in Alameda lands here outside of me? He's like, I think it's that bass player there is Mr. Scott Proctor.
I think he might be suspect number 1. If it's not you.
Okay, wait, no.
Text him and be like, Scott, we're talking shit on the podcast.
I will.
I want to come defend yourself.
Okay, wait, wow, there's a lot of ingredients on here. No wonder it's so
oh my
good.
God, Dan DeLay, that's hilarious. Dan DeLay does have 5 children. He said Mountain Dew hasn't hurt me. And Thomas says Mountain Dew is Monster's supervillain origin story. Seriously, though. It's all so bad for you. God, I sound so annoying like that nerdy, healthy chick, but I can't help myself.
There's a lot of stuff in, let's see. Yeah, there's vitamins B6, B12. Wow. No fat, total fat, 0 grams.
Yeah, chemicals are usually not fattening.
Okay, well, you know what? I think perfect way to just announce, hey, for Thomas and Dan, you and myself, we can have this conversation together in person on June 7th. When when State Line Empire Drawing Heaven plays at the Caravan Lounge in San Jose.
And that was a pretty segue. That was very well done. Yeah, where's our applause when we need them? Come on. Yeah. There we go. Yes. We will all have that conversation in person. Okay, I'm looking at my time, and I'm going to have to, I have about 10-ish minutes. So we need to get into some Huey helps. We've got 2 that came in, and one of them like literally riled me up. And I know they're meant for you because it's called Huey Help, but I got to say my piece too.
Because it's about Mountain Dew, I'm guessing.
No, it's actually not. There's one.
You've got trouble. We've got the cure for what ails ya.
The Bay Area's bestie, Huey, is here with advice.
It's Huey Help.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do one that involves photos. So if you're feeling a little unhealthy because maybe you've eaten or drank things that maybe you shouldn't, and you don't like taking photos, then maybe you can relate to Kendra. My heart goes out to Kendra on this one, okay? She says, I'm generally a very confident person, but after a lifetime of bad pictures, a few years ago, I came to the realization that I'm just not photogenic. Like I have literally never had a good picture taken of me. I highly doubt that's the case. I wish I had a picture of Kendra, but she didn't send us one. My friends have joked about how I always take such a bad picture. Your friends are telling you take bad pictures? You need to get new friends.
That's the start right there.
Seriously, they say I'm lovely in real life. But the camera never does me justice. Now I've gotten into the habit of avoiding getting in pictures and asking people not to take my picture. But when I look at pics of events I was at, it's like I wasn't there. Is there a way to make myself more photogenic, or should I just try to care less about it?
Okay, so Chas, as you know, I'm a male model, so I have like perfect answers for this one.
Yes.
Okay, one, you got to just find just one pose. Adapt one pose that you could just do by yourself that you can do for every photo. For anyone who knows me, or if you just look on social media, follow me at BabyHugh83 on Instagram. If you look at all my photos, I have the same pose over and over.
Strike your pose. Do it right now. What's your pose?
Okay, so if it's like selfie mode, okay, well, actually I'm holding my webcam. So
because you have great arms for selfies. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of my selfies look like this. I'm holding it.
Yes.
And so yeah.
Yep. So you're above. It's the monster. It's coming back for you. It's coming back for you.
So you'll hold it up and then you'll hold it up. I reveal all in my. Okay, so you hold up.
Oh, what are we about to see?
No, it's just like all my. I'm like doing some spring cleaning in here.
He's a hoarder. He's a hoarder, everybody.
You gotta hold up and you gotta smile.
Okay. Yeah.
So I do my best. Take a photo high up. So if you got like a fat chin, don't really see it. That way you're forced to like stretch it out. Yeah,
it elongates everything.
Yeah, you gotta hold up your camera high, so that way you have to force yourself to look up, and it stretches out everything in your face. So it makes yourself look skinnier there. If it's more of like a straight on shot, like for me, I keep it simple. I got one hand in the pocket, the other one out, usually a thumbs up, and I just smile. Like I know I can't do like a cool badass pose like
because you can't take yourself seriously.
I smile in every photo. Like it always like flabbergastes me how many people take photos and always look so serious. Like, are you just not having a good time? Like for me, if I'm taking a photo, usually because I'm at somewhere where I'm having a good time, I want to reflect that and have a smile. And I know people who like to smile but show no teeth. Like I'm all about showing teeth. Like I might have the best teeth, but I want to put on display all natural. So for me, I keep it simple. I smile, thumbs up, or put both my hands in my pocket. So that's my thing. Practice. Look in the mirror and find a pose that you feel comfortable with and make that your number one pose. And most times you can use it in any situation. I think that's the big thing.
I think you hit it on the head with comfortable. Be comfortable in your own skin. That is the most important part of this, because if you feel comfortable, you're going to look more natural. And that's always the most confident look and always the most appealing look. I also think we happen to be very, very critical. I have a weird thing about my photos. Like if I take a photo and I look at it immediately, I'm like, like I feel like a troll. But then if I look back at a photo, like after time has gone by, I'm like, I like that photo's not bad. So I just think that we can be instantaneously. I think it's a human nature thing to just kind of be extra critical of yourself.
That's my thing too. It's like, okay, like I love taking selfies. Here's my thing. When you're taking selfies, take like at least 3 photos in the moment. I'll do like multiple. Yeah. So usually the middle one is the best one. That's what I've come to realize. Because the first one, people are kind of adjusting themselves. The second one is where everyone's kind of like firmly in place. And then the third one, sometimes people might be moving and that might not be as good. But I noticed if you do selfie, take at least 3 photos in that moment, because the middle one is usually the best one.
That's good advice.
But then the other thing too, I'm just saying like, we a few weeks ago, we had like staff photos. And so I was posing, like shout out to our photographer, Mark Fong.
He's great.
He was telling me how to pose in different ways. I was not used to like moving my body. So it just felt a little awkward, but I have like my go-to pose. And I think those might be the best ones. I have to go through the photos and pick out the best ones. But anyway, just find one
that goes back to the point of comfortability and confidence. And how
many people we know, they take photos, but they hold their camera outward right in front of them and they expect everyone to gang up around them. No, if you're the person taking the photo, be on the end, have one arm out, and that way it looks more comfortable. People who try to take a photo, like just stick their arms out right in front of them.
Because you're crunching everything.
And you're like this, and then you got everyone around you. No, it's just not that. Sorry, if you're listening to the audio version of this, you need to watch the video version on YouTube to see what we're talking about.
Absolutely. But Kendra, truly, like, darling, I would say your last question, should I try to care less? I would say, don't be so critical on yourself. I'm sure that they're not that bad, but also know your angles, practice taking photos of yourself, find that comfortable position and use that, and you'll be golden. Okay. This is kind of serious. And this is the one that I felt like really riled me up. It's from Trey. Okay. Trey.
Cool.
He said, I'm not cool. Well, I don't think so. He says, I'm 29, a little older or a little younger than Trey. Cool. And I've spent most of my life feeling like I'm never going to amount to much. I didn't do well in school. I've bounced from job to job. I've never really stuck with anything long enough to be proud of it. But deep down, I want to be better, more disciplined, more reliable, someone people admire and think that he's got his stuff together. I just have no idea where to start. Every time I try to improve myself, I feel like I'm fighting against who I've always been. How do you actually become a better person when you've spent your whole life feeling like a loser?
Wow. I mean, definitely it starts mentally. I think that's the big thing. It's like finding confidence in yourself. And listen, we talked about this before. I think it was it last week, the week before, like a parent was concerned about their kid, like changing their habits or what they're into every few weeks. And you and I both talked about it. I think sometimes it takes a while to figure out what you're into. And it's perfectly fine to be a late bloomer. No one's going to figure out what they want to do in life or what they're into right away from day one. Sometimes people are late bloomers. It takes a year or two, a few years, whatever the case may be, to figure out what you want. So with this guy in particular, it sounds it's all mental at first. It's a mental thing. There's a mental roadblock he's dealing with that he needs to break through, figure that out. Maybe start with some self-help stuff. Like I think there's a lot of resources online. Like hell, just Google self-help books, videos, tapes. I mean, you can go on YouTube and find different, videos about it. I mean, some of it you might have to pay for. There might be some free stuff online, or maybe
there's a ton of free stuff. This is the world of which I live in.
And content, and how many content creators are self-help gurus? So I think that's the first thing. It's like getting through that mental block that you are better than what you think you are. And that's the first step. Yeah.
Oh, I think Trey has a attitude problem. This is going to sound really, really harsh. And I say this from the deepest part of my soul, Trey, with all love and respect, brother, you got an attitude problem. If you start every day waking up thinking that you're a loser, how do you think that day is going to be? You have started by trying to convince yourself that you're not a loser. There's no way you are off to the races and on the right foot if you think that you are a failure or a loser. You really have to, there's so many things that you could do. I would say, number one, you need to give yourself a real pep talk. And you say in here, you want to be a better person, then do it. Then be a better person. Whatever he doesn't really point out in here, whatever the specific issue is. Maybe it's getting a better job, or maybe it's getting healthy, or whatever. Let's just take that one goal. Start with one goal and then attack that. And once you start gaining traction on that one goal, you will start building up confidence and seeing that you can do hard things, and that you can get better, and that you can not be a failure. But I think everything in this, like 5 sentences that you sent to us, tells me that it's all right here. You have convinced yourself of something that's just simply not the truth. And action is everything. Get out there and start doing instead of all this harmful self-talk in your head.
Yeah, I don't know what he looks like or anything, but if I had to guess, maybe he's slight overweight or whatever, get yourself in better shape, because then you feel good, you think good, and then how you present yourself, get some better clothing, how other people perceive you, get a cool, fresh haircut. Haircuts always make me feel great. So that's the thing, work on your appearance and how other people see you. They might treat you differently. Which I'm not trying to sound shallow or anything, but hey, if you're dressing like a bum or dirty,
not look
shower,
good, feel good.
Look good, feel good. But with that being said, people start treating you differently. That helps with your confidence as well. If you're getting in shape, you're feeling healthy, you feel mentally better as well. It's all, your outward, what's the little pig? Is it Igor? Igor on Winnie the Pooh.
Eeyore.
Eeyore.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. The poor pitiful me kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you work on yourself mentally, physically, you start feeling better. And then you're right, Chasta. If there's like things you want to accomplish in your life, start with one thing, accomplish that. You feel happy. It's like, wow, I did it. I accomplished this. Work on the next thing. And then when you start checking off the things off your list, you start feeling good. And you're like, I feel accomplished. And that helps with your mental capacity.
I think I would venture to say 80+% of global society does not understand how powerful their thoughts are. Mm-hmm. If you decide on the fact that you're going to do something, and I always do, I say in our household, I say this to Cody all the time, act how you want to feel. Because if you are saying these things out loud, you're adding to that narrative. I know a couple of people that are very negative, right? And then they wonder why their life is always negative, always bad shit comes to them. It's because you're in this negative loop, this negative reinforcement in your life where you're only focused on negativity. You're only talking about that. You're only pointing out the bad things. If you change that cycle and decide, I'm going to focus on the positive, I'm going to focus on my strengths, I'm going to have this one goal and I'm going to start chipping away at it. I'm going to see where I get. I mean, I could go on and on about this. I host a fucking, excuse my language, podcast called Rock Your Life because it's all about doing just that. Dude, Trey, hit me up, bro. I will help you out. I basically only read self-care from a male perspective. I think you could do, you'd probably get a lot out of a guy named Brendon Burchard. Also Mel Robbins, that's a female, but she has really great things to say that apply to everyone. So there's a lot of content out there that you could dig into. And a lot of it's for free on YouTube University.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's a big thing. Work on yourself and things will start coming along and your world will change for the better. And
start the way you're talking to yourself. You are not a failure. You are not a loser. You got this. You can change your fate anytime you want, but it's up to you. There's your pep talk of the day. All right. I gotta go get my Metallica winner. I'm laughing. Melissa said, be right back. I have to expel some yellow number 5. Dan, after all of that, Dan DeLay is having a Mountain Dew with his lunch. Sir, how could you? How could you? Dan, we will have a conversation about Element for real. I actually buy Element in my real life and drink it because I love it. So yeah, I would love to partner with them because I believe in what they do. Show them the blue steel, Danny. All right, Huey, throw up blue steel. You know what that is, right?
No.
That's your model look.
Oh, why blue steel?
Blue Steel. It's from the movie. It's from the model movie with Ben Stiller.
Oh, Zoolander?
Yeah. Zoolander, thank you. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that movie all the way through.
I'm not sure I have either.
That could be a fun topic. Movies you've not actually seen that everyone else
that
has
are like
seen.
Cult favorites.
Yeah.
Jay has a really good Blue Steel look. Give me your best Blue Steel. Pretty good. So see,
well, I know Jay's
gotta hold
look.
it.
See, Jay,
you gotta hold it through a click. Yeah, Jay's got the hardcore. He's got the
like the retro junkie photo or the flyer that they're promoting. Jay's got that.
That's his look. It's just. But meanwhile, he's such a goober. You would literally never know. All right, I gotta go get my winner. Thank you guys for being here. Man, we went from yellow number 5 to a pep talk for Trey. We really covered it all.
The blue
today,
steel, yellow to blue.
The blue steel, yellow. Yes, yellow to blue. All right, we love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.